Alrighty, GSPRO and golf fans alike, boys and girls, Lake of Isles North Course. Don't think I've ever played this one. It's getting hard to tell at this point with the amount of courses I've posted on the channel. I will put a little banner up here if you want to see the full list of GSPRO courses playlist. First shot, super slice into a bunker. And then clip a tree and fall down by the cart path. So 106 under a tree now. I thought that was a good effort, but it also hits the tree and lands in a bunker. We are hitting our fourth shot out of the bunker on the first hole. And that miraculously holds the circle. We end up with a bogey, but the round is going to get better. And look at this par 3. Island par 3. Look at the bridge behind it. Just a little bit of a draw, and it goes, luckily, not in the water. A nice chip out that holds the green, and we move on with a par. We're going to see some good shots in this round. Besides that bogey, we're going to be able to keep it a clean card, so stay tuned till the end to see what the final score is. We not like pounding drives or anything like that, but the course is pretty short. This is a short par 5 on the third. 220 remaining. Kind of spray that one over to the right. We get a good bounce though out of the bunker, and all we gotta do is put this in the circle for a birdie, and we can't. 0.8 away. We're gonna start keeping track of how far each of these close calls are, birdies, and what the score could have been. That was 0.8 away, and we would have been even. Going to the fourth, 3-3-3 off the tee. Just a three-wheeler, a hybrid. 135 remaining, and that's dialed in really good. No doubter there, that's a birdie. Back to even par, another par 5 following that one. I didn't quite look at the layout of the hole here, just kind of ripped it and went right over the dog leg. 217 remaining though, so nothing too crazy. It's out of the rough. I gave it a good whack. It's going to run up pretty close to the green, so another good opportunity here for a birdie. Can we get it in the circle this time? Point 8 away again. Like, you have to be kidding me. We would be 2 under if we had one more yard of roll. To a par 4 down the hill 30 yards is kind of a really cool drive. Played this perfectly right off the left side of the fairway, leaving 142 slightly downhill. Trying to fade back, and that one's just a couple yards away, not 0.8, but we'll give it a good par, and we go to the next hole, 7th hole, a par 3, 180 down the hill a little bit. 0.8 again. It's almost unbelievable, but we could be -3 and have a pretty much perfect round going for me. However, we are at even. We are always 0.8 yards away from having birdie, birdie, birdie. 100-yard shot in, one of my favorite numbers to try and go after. Oh, and almost jar it. But an easy birdie. That's why I like the 100 number. And we get to -1. Par 4, 416, dog leg to the right. Nice drive there. Up the right side, leaving about a 6 or 5 iron up the hill. Big time overdraw, it looks like, for off the bat. It almost, I mean, what good distance control there. But just a little left down the hill. Gotta make this happen. Oh, almost goes in. We've been getting some good chip-ins lately. Remaining at -1 though with a par. Going on to a par 5, 550 yards. Giving this bunker a go here. Still really far to the pin, so laying up. And laying up nicely down the middle. I think this course would be really hard if you missed the fairways and missed the greens. It's got these crazy undulations and blah blah blah, but for some reason we were playing pretty good today. That is another birdie, and we go to -2. 157-yard downhill par 3 11th, and we safely go away from the water. And that's just a good professional looking golf shot. Started at the pin and draw just a little bit, and we'll take the par, remaining at -2, going to the 12th hole, just playing a 3-wood up the hill. And we end up in perfect position, a little under 100 yards. A little bit of a tug there, and that's going to end up a little left of our target. But again, a safe play, par, and moving on. Still at -2. I think this was the key to the round. Every drive is not scary. It looks like it's got a chance to be in the fairway. This one just happens to bounce left and ends up in the bunker. 163 up the hill. I took a really bad swing out of there. Sometimes when it goes like 20 degrees left or 20 degrees right, I sometimes think that's probably a misread. This shot was great. No idea if it does that type of action in real life, but for our purposes, it goes under the tree limb, lands on the rough, backspins, rolls into the hole. Not into the hole, but into our gimme circle, remaining us at par. 14th hole, par 4, 372 yards. Drive up the left-hand side, finds the rough. 131 remaining. Love that finish. It's going to be short and right. Gonna have to chip this to remain at -2. And luckily that lands nice and soft. And we keep the par, going to -2. 15th hole, par 5. Another decent drive. A little short, but probably a 3-shot hole anyway. Take an iron and advance the ball up to this little edge of the creek. I didn't want to go for it. There's a big, it's not out of bounds, but I think there's water in the middle there. So 77 remaining. It's a tough yardage for me usually. And I knew I hit it just a little too far. It's going to be a par, but another missed opportunity there for birdie on a short par 5. $162-yard downhill, playing about 140. And that's a couple yards away from a birdie, but another safe par and another good-looking shot. 17th hole, we're trying to keep this together. 3-3-3. Go with a 3-wood, obviously, off the tee. Land it right around that 100-yard mark. Playing off the slope, and that's a professional golf shot. Big draw, playing the green shape and landing it 2 feet. 18th hole, we're at -3. We've played pretty good. Take an aggressive line here with a 3-wood on a 360-yard par 4 to end over water, and just nailed it. One more shot to go to secure the score, and that comes off nice and pure as well. It's just a little long. So if we take everything into account, this round really ended up being pretty awesome. We get 4 birdies. We were really close on 3 more. We could have shot something super low. Stay tuned for more courses. We get some high scores and some low scores coming up.